Protect yourself at all times. Touch gloves. Step back a little more.
And ladies and gentlemen, this is your co-main event of the evening. Australian MMA welterweight championship on the line. Jack Della defending his belt against Kevin Joussett, stepping in on about 2 weeks' notice.
I know what he was saying. I think he was saying no hand touch, but he wanted to do it respectfully, saying, look, I'm not being a prick, but...
I ain't touching your hand.
No,
unless it's to your face.
Hand, yes. Kevin coming
nice
forward.
Check. Kevin with the smile after the leg check. Now, Jack, as I was saying earlier, Jack always seems to get caught with something early, whether it's a takedown, whether it's a clip on the chin. It's always something early. But he catches Kevin Joussett.
Catching him coming in.
But as he caught him in, Kevin's
getting them low kicks as well, and calf kicks. He was going outside of that calf.
Jack Della
catches him coming in.
Looking to get under that leg, pulled the switch.
Jack's linked them arms, so that's under them cheeks as well.
He's got a bit of an amateur wrestling background himself. He's been to nationals.
Done well to get them hands over the backside. So usually that's a pretty hard position. But I mean, yeah, Kevin's a strong dude and still trying to. Oh, nice, very good defense there. That was
Jack
actually
breaking the grip.
Oh, wow,
what a beautiful throw by Kevin Joussett, the judokan black belt. Jack Della turning it around. What a beautiful throw. You don't see that too much in MMA without
that was right in front of us. He got some air.
He heard us.
But straight back up. And
that's the thing. Jack Della there's always something early on in the round. It's almost as if it wakes him up.
It looks like they both look like such powerful dudes. It just looks like something big is about to happen at any second.
Both of them already have a lot of welts on their hands. Jack Della looking quick. He's got that wide stance. Jack loves a good switch stance when he's throwing his strikes. Loves to mix it up with his kicks.
Technical strike and low kicks he was doing, as I said, with them low calf kicks. Mixes up them kicks, switches stance, front kicks.
Kevin Joussett throwing absolute bricks in his hands. Ooh. Beautiful high kick by Jack Della. Throwing hands. Jack loves to swing. He's got a bit of a wide striking style, but heavy hands to back it up.
Catches Kevin again. Kevin looked a little hurt there.
Beautiful front kick again. Jack with the left again. He's absolutely unloaded.
Looking for the finish now.
Jack Della also has tremendous cardio. Kevin Joussett himself. They're definitely respecting each other. Jack Della going back to that low calf kick.
Mixing them kicks up. He's throwing them high, low, very
beautiful
low.
Spinning back kick
both
by
legs,
Jack.
Spinning back kicks. Pretty crafty with his striking.
He's definitely adding that to his game a little bit more. Beautiful straight right.
Drawed him on the back foot, drawed him in, and then caught him with the two coming in.
The veteran referee, John Sharp, calling time for the mouth guard. His final Eternal MMA ever. John Sharp, what a legend of the game. Jack Della, Kevin Joussett, back at it for the Eternal MMA welterweight championship. Beautiful. Wow. Jack, the way he throws those hands. Kevin Joussett back at him with the kick. We're going kick for kick now. Oh, he caught Jack. Jack does keep those hands a little low.
Ooh. Oh, wow.
Right.
Come in with that too. Just misses. Staying in front of him, like Jack, still like...
Flying knee from Jack Della.
Staying just outside the range and sort of putting that pressure up. Oh, looks like judo throw.
Kevin Joussett going for another judo trip. Jack now taking the wrestling into his world. He takes Joussett down. He's on top.
That was a great takedown.
Kevin Joussett in full guard.
Went for that outside trip. And then I think I seen an inside reap as he turned him in.
Now Jack Della, a jiu-jitsu blue belt himself. No slouch on the ground. He's trying to step over and pass to half guard.
Passes that, looks for half guard. Again, obviously MMA, a half guard position can be a pretty effective sort of top control. Jiu-jitsu, not so much.
You got to move straight into that next position, but in MMA you can almost hang out in that, drop some bombs.
You know, a lot of people still like to hang onto that leg on that half guard, but they forget that they'll sit there and just throw bombs. You know, they can. Obviously, Jiu-jitsu is different. They need to move to get that pass and get them points and submissions.
35 seconds remaining in the opening round. The Eternal MMA Welterweight Championship. Champion Jack Della on top of challenger Kevin Joussett, who came into this fight with just 2 weeks' notice, filling in for Glenn at Pettigrew. We wish him a speedy recovery. But Jack Della on top. 20 seconds remaining. Looks like he's really starting to control the end of this round. Both had really good moments.
And as you were saying that he has such a great cardio, you can see it. Still looking pretty fresh in there, still strong, always looking to improve his position. That might play a factor in this last...
Jack, look at a beautiful axe kick straight into Mount, trying to finish it for the last couple of seconds as he ends the round. And hey, something like that can get you around easily.
Yeah, well, I think that was definitely Jack's round. He landed some big strikes. A lot of kicks, a lot of calf kicks,
I tell you what,
head kicks.
I tell you what though, Kevin Joussett without a doubt has the move of the night. That judo hip toss was one of the most beautiful moves I've seen in MMA.
Again, that was right in front of us. He definitely got some air then.
Once again, Eternal MMA, first night on UFC Fight Pass. Look at this. This is exactly the move we were talking about.
Far out.
That is picture perfect.
Almost spiked him. That's how
Kevin Joussett. Look at Ben Vickers' face. Jack Della's coach just knew that move. Just on to the next one. Judoka black belt at its best. Eternal MMA, some of the greatest athletes in the world that are not in the UFC. The ones that are sitting beside me. Alex the Great Volkanovski, Mitchell Tinley sitting ringside with you as we head into round 2 for the Eternal MMA Welterweight Championship. Jack Della taking on Kevin Joussett. Alex, what does Kevin Joussett have to do?
Well, again, he's a powerful dude, always going to look for that big shots. Maybe try and get on top. Use your again, he's a purple belt. He does have that judo. Obviously, I think, Jack's stand-up is looking pretty good. He's pretty dangerous on his feet, and he's fresh. So that's, you've got to remember, he took this, as you said, Kevin taking this fight on short notice.
Without a doubt, yeah.
Could play a factor. Lands that big right hand.
Kevin's got a bit of a well coming up on.
Very well rounded with his offense, Jack.
Jack Della working the strikes into the grappling now, really trying to dominate when it comes to putting Kevin on his back.
See, even positions like this, Kevin, I've seen him use some good sweeps and that from there. Sometimes that judo, like their sweeps, they can do it from such...
They don't just have to be in the middle. They can be on their back.
Weird positions where like you defend properly, you think, and the next minute they're sweeping your leg and doing this big throw, and you're like, what?
Jack Della with a beautiful high kick.
Yeah. So he sort of jabbed, dropped his head to the right,
nice low kick,
and then threw the left up high. Come off center with his head. Oh, big left hooks, all that body rip. I think
Kevin Joussett catches a hard right. Jack Della's absolutely unloaded. He's looking for the rear naked choke, but he throws him down. Jack Della will take the half guard from the top, and he's going to rain some absolute elbows from there. Jack Della staying so busy without even taking a deep breath at all. The cardio is off the charts.
High pace, but not only was it high pace and aggressive, it's very calculated, you know what I mean? A lot of his combos, he's mixing it up so well.
They're so accurate.
Very, very impressed with Jack Della.
And you might not be able to feel it through your screen right now, but when Jack Della lands, you can feel it ringside. Both these boys are so strong. Kevin Joussett, what's he looking to do to try and get back to his feet?
Well, obviously we look for the underhooks, but he's got that cage. You can always make space. Kick off the cage. That might not get him to fall over or sweep, but I mean, you can use that space to get an underhook, get to your knees, use that cage to get up, things like that. Again, we don't want to hang on to half guards too much and stuff like that unless you have to, but...
That is the problem with the half guard, is like we were saying below. You just basically get pinned, they can drop little elbows.
Especially on the cage here.
Yep, score damage, there's no way to go
So getting
back.
the underhook is hard when you've got a cage there stopping you as well.
Exactly.
So a lot of the times that can be tricky. So I like to, I'm not even going to say that, I'll give away too much.
You've been doing that all night. I'll tell you what, if Max Holloway's not, if he's not listening, I'd tell him to get UFC Fight Pass right now. Eternal MMA.
You don't need to watch fights to build a game plan. Just listen to me commentate.
But the reason why you're saying it is because it's so goddamn effective. Is that pin up against the cage?
Well, exactly right. So again, look, it's very hard for you to start making space, get your hips out, and then work the underhook and stuff like that. But I mean, that's why you can kick off the cage, make space. Yeah, you might not get the sweep, but use that space and capitalize on that space.
And create the opening, maybe to get the underhook, to get back up.
Yeah, or get yourself out and start coming behind him, and then try and get to a knee. Get to a knee, and then start working your way up. And then once you get to your knee, you can use that cage as balance to get up.
And just like what you said too, Jack Della is in fact doing the opposite, trying to push Kevin Joussett back to the fence, where Kevin's probably trying to get away.
And just jam him in the corners. Very uncomfortable. And again, Jack can use that as balance.
Oh, Kevin Joussett
cut deep. I've seen that in
just
the
under the cheek there with a nice sharp elbow from Jack Della. That exploded.
1:30.
Jack's looking to unload. That cut just above the
Now he
just
can
below
use
the
that
eye.
cage.
He's wrapping up both the arms and the legs to pin him out. Jack Della absolutely controlling up against the fence. He's looking to get. He's got one hook in. He's looking to get around the back, and he can put some guys away with these shots.
I think Kevin can use that cage to stop him from taking the back. Like that, you square up your back to the cage, keep your elbows
Kevin
in.
Joussett is
he's coming back
shaking him off.
Wow, nice little trip there. Again, he's very...
And he's back down. Jack Della making a bit of a mistake there, sliding off the back with no hooks in. And exactly that, Kevin Joussett shook him off, and Jack's right back on it. Yeah,
again, that was a pretty, very good natural instincts as well. And not only, obviously, a good high fight IQ as well. So that was a nice trip there. So sort of fell and then come in and then went for a nice takedown with the trip.
Jack Della has busted Kevin Joussett wide open. That cut is deep and it is running. 30 seconds remaining. Round number 2. Eternal MMA welterweight championship on the line. Champion Jack Della on top.
I actually wore a red cap and a bit of red on my shirt just in case blood got splattered on us. That's what I said. So.
Mate, there's a reason why Jack's got red sleeves on. Every fight he's in is bloody, whether it's him or someone else.
Now, as I look around, I see a lot more people wearing red. Maybe that's a thing. Is that a thing? Like if you're ringside, you wear red.
You definitely got to. 5 seconds remaining, round number 2. Now, what do you think it is with Kevin Joussett going into these rounds? Like now, he's been a professional fighter. He's had 2 professional fights, but there's a difference between taking on a guy that's had 8 professional fights and he's got a title. What do you think's going through Kevin's mind? 2 amateur fights, 2 professional fights, already into a title fight.
Yeah, look, again, it's a crazy sport. Like anything can happen. We've still got a round and anything can happen. He can still pull off a victory. But, whether it was early in his career, yeah, we don't know. Again, he's powerful enough to take anyone out, but you can see that high fight IQ is enough to sort of isolate, Kevin's power.
Of course, out of absolute MMA, Simon Carson's absolute genius when it comes to the mixed martial arts game. You trained at absolute MMA. What would he be going through the mind now of?
Look, man, they got probably some of the highest level jiu-jitsu over there at absolute. I think getting on top, just because Jack's on top doesn't mean once Kevin's up top, he can't do any damage there. You know what I mean? It's a total different ball game, and I'm sure he's strong and got very good control, so maybe he could utilize that. Or look for that KO punch, because I believe he's 2 down. But, again, 2 big boys, anything can happen.
Eternal MMA welterweight championship live, Melbourne Pavilion. The doctor has been called in.
Kevin's like, don't even come in,
Kevin Joussett tried to wave the doctor off from the start. She's like, get out. John Sharp, veteran
don't even
of
look
the game.
at it. I'm all right, go on.
What they're looking for is the vision. So if the cut is above the eye,
saying something. Oh, she's
definitely saying something. John Sharp looks like she's trying to call the fight.
I hope I'm wrong.
I think to be fair, she is worried about fighter's safety. It is about vision.
Oh, she's listening to him.
If Kevin can't see, and fight is all over. Doctor has called an end to the bout. That cut is on the eyelid of Kevin Joussett. You'd have to say the doctors are the ones that are looking after fighters' safety the most.
That's it, and then not just that. Obviously, again, it's the sport. He can come back and win, but he was starting to take some damage.
Without a doubt, and he was indeed, and I think that does play a lot into it when the doctors do come in. Now, if Kevin Joussett was saying Jack's position, maybe they let that one go, or maybe not. The doctors are the ones that are in there. We'll get a closer look at his eyelid, but at the end of the day, Jack Della retains his Eternal MMA welterweight championship. The UFC executives in the arena right now, UFC Fight Pass.
Still young, you know what I mean? So
if you look at that cut right now, what you can see on the screen now, Kevin Joussett, it is purple, it is open on the eyelid.
Yeah, on the eyelid.
That's a big cut. And as you would know, as a fighter yourself, the doctors, it's not about, he's bleeding a lot. Oh, he looks bruised. It's about vision. Can you stop more punches coming at you? That's what they're worried about.
Exactly. And it being it's like on the eyeball, you know what I mean? The cut's going straight through.
I wouldn't be surprised if Kevin ripped his eye out and kept going. We're heading down to Della for the official decision.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, our cage side doctor has stopped this fight. your winner by TKO, and still the eternal Australian welterweight champion, Jack Della.
Either way, great performance by Jack Della. Dave Ella inside the cage with your
Jack,
winner.
I'm sure not the greatest way to win a fight. How do you feel about that?
It's disappointing, but that's just the way the sport goes, unfortunately. Shit happens and there's nothing you can do about it.
Well, it means that you inflicted...
Excuse the French.
It means that you inflicted enough damage to make it stop. You know what I mean? So in a way, that's part of what the job is, isn't it?
It's a lucky elbow, though. It's a very small fraction. I didn't mean to cut him, but it's the way it goes. Thank you.
Now, can I ask a question? Like last night at the weigh-in, you two guys looked like you had a bit of tension between you, and was that true?
That's what weigh-ins are. You stare at each other and then you fight the next night, so no hard feelings, mate.
But you came at the start of the fight there, you said, make sure let's touch gloves.
I said, let's not touch gloves, let's touch it at the start and then we'll get down to business. I don't want any cheeky jabbing off the punch, the catch, whatever. But thank you, Kevin. Hands off to him, you know. That's a terrible way to lose a fight, but and it's also a terrible way to win a fight. So we can do it again if you can.
It must feel good though to have. You've got your family here. You had your dad cage side. You got your partner cage side as well.
Yeah, it sucks because I was ready to dig extra deep in that third round for all those people that came and supported me. So, but it is what it is. Thank you. Cheers. Let's not waste any more time. Let's get down to the main event.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jack Della.